Hey, what's up guys? I'm Praetorian.
And Jinx here.
And welcome back to Crusader Kings 3 on the PlayStation 5. So last episode we had a video of peace. So this episode we will be going to war. Probably be doing a holy war. I'm thinking right here, guys. I think we're going to attack him. We will not be helping out our ally Barcelona. Because remember, we don't really get anything from these conflicts. Now you can say, well, he helps us, but he actually didn't. We pulled him into that one conflict and he never helped because he was like fighting somewhere else in Italy or something like that. Or maybe he was fighting against the Hungarians. I don't know. But he didn't help is the point. And the thing is you don't gain anything from actually helping your allies in the conflict other than, you don't get anything for it. So there's really no point.
Not even an attaboy?
No. If you don't help, like if you just refuse to participate in the war, you'll lose fame. But just because you jump into the war, you don't actually have to help. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and attack this guy, I think. Before we do, though, we do have one thing I'd like to do. Let's increase opinion with somebody. We haven't been doing that. I've just been...
yeah, what's up with Pedro?
Haven't been swaying. Yeah, Pedro's not happy, but let's do her first because she's our spy master.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So it makes sense to increase her opinion first. So we'll increase opinion with her. And is there anything you want to assassinate, Jinx?
What are my choices?
I mean, anybody in the realm, I guess. Whoever you want to kill. So let's go and declare war on him. You never told me who you wanted to assassinate, so if you see anybody in the world, you're like, that's the person, and then we'll kill him.
Okay.
Though,
keep an eye out.
Unfortunately, it looks like we cannot do the Duchy Holy Wars yet, because our devotion's just not high enough. Okay, I wasn't aware of that. I didn't know our devotion was so low. Yeah, we're just a crappy Catholic. And it's not worth doing it for a county. I mean, you could say it is, but yeah, I don't think we're going to do that, guys. So let's just wait till our devotion gets higher. The unfortunate part, though...
pray or pay a priest or something?
There's ways to increase it, yeah. We still have a bit to go. That's renown. We want to look at piety. We're almost there, actually. I don't know where we're at right now, because, again, this whole tooltip is broken.
Can we kill the guy who says we're not pious enough?
No, can't do that.
Nah.
I mean, I don't even know who that would be. Maybe the Pope or something. I suppose you could kill the Pope.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do this first here.
Tell us we're not good enough.
We're going to take the Pope out, Jinx. So yeah, we'll go ahead and give him to her. It keeps them happy. They don't like when you have somebody who's rightfully their vassal and you don't grant them that vassal. So yeah, we'll just wait, guys, until we get the piety up higher. We can increase piety by going on a pilgrimage, though it doesn't look like we can do that because we're at war. That's a typical way to increase piety.
We can't even host it. Well, isn't there a time limit on that?
There is a time limit, but I think it's because we don't have enough money.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we don't have the funding.
We can have a maker feast.
We need 45 more gold. Alright, so one of our neighbors won a war.
Can your dude get
all the Muslims are fighting each other?
Feasts?
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I think I mentioned that to you early in the series.
But I didn't know it was from feasts.
Yeah, from feasting. If you go to too many feasts, your character will get fat. Our wife is pregnant again.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. This could become a problem.
More gremlins.
Yeah, we got more kids.
Don't feed her after midnight.
So yeah, we unfortunately having...
Oh, I guess you got her wet. That's what happened.
Yeah, we got her wet. Couldn't help it. Couldn't help ourselves here. Which one was which? Which one was the one that gets the gremlin? One of them gets the gremlins, and wet, one gets
then
more
it
of
makes
the...
more. And if you feed it after midnight, it turns into the gremlin.
Okay, I see.
Who the hell is this guy with his facial hair and wannabe beard?
Yeah, he doesn't even have a mustache.
And why is he acting like he's got a crown?
Because he's declaring himself free and independent.
So
no.
You just get a crown?
Yeah, exactly.
I think not, friend.
So this is a faction, Jinx. We have a peasant faction. And apparently they've been gaining in strength, and we weren't aware of that because we don't have any alerts.
Finely dressed for a peasant.
Yeah, and he's actually a peasant leader too. I assume he'd have that trait. But yeah, if we give in to him, then the control in that county will decrease by 75, and he'll have increased autonomy for 10 years. Or we can say no. Never a peasant's lot is to serve their lord.
Exactly.
And then the peasant rabble will start a war.
Well, we wanted a war.
So yeah, we'll have to do that, guys, because I'm not giving him I'm not giving him all that. So we're gonna have to fight this rebellion. So he rebelled over here. in Santiago. Alright, that's because they want that church. So we're going to need to raise the troops up over there. So we're going to take our rally point and then move it over to here.
I would like to go see all the Gothic churches in Spain.
Yeah, I mean, I would really like to, visit Europe to see all the cathedrals anyway. I mean, and all the other many different monuments and historical sites. But yeah, there's cathedrals across Europe. There's some really cool ones in France I'd like to see. Italy, of course.
I want to go to
a couple
the one
in England.
Barcelona.
So let's go and get these guys raised up here. Can you raise up through here? Yeah. Alright, so we're going to raise up our dudes, and then we'll get him defeated real quick.
We're going to squash him.
Yeah, this is going to be super quick. We don't need to have all these troops here. In fact, it'd be a lot cheaper if we disbanded some of them. But this is going to be so quick. It's not even worth disbanding them.
And you have to,
and splitting them up.
A show of force.
Yeah, they need to know. So again, uprisings are the little peasant uprisings are typically pretty easy to deal with.
That's what's up, peasants.
So now he's in our prison. Now, one of the interesting things...
Can we torture him?
We hand torture him. We can do anything with him that we could do with any other character. And one of the interesting things is that a lot of times those guys are pretty good for as military leaders or as a knight.
Santiago.
So if you wanted to...
Don't let him near your wife.
We could hire him. Is that his name, Santiago?
Santiago.
All right, so let's take a look in the prison. His Sebastian. His name is Sebastian Jynx. So you can see he has the peasant leader trait.
Oh yeah, his marshal's good.
Yeah, they often do have good martial and sometimes have some decent prowess as well.
All right, fine, he can stay.
So yeah, I know he's like a peasant leader and he rebelled against us and stuff, and he hates us.
He showed initiative.
But I feel like we should recruit him.
He just needs a dad.
Yeah, he just needs a pop. So he'll be his pops. So recruit him, and I've discovered that Duke Rodrigo's inherited contract obliges him to more than you have collected. Oh. So yeah, let's increase his taxes. Sorry, Duke Rodrigo. An unworthy challenge. At first I thought the simple footman a fool for stepping onto the training field. However, the battle proved more hard-fought than expected, and it gradually became clear that he would be unable to stop his wild and vicious strikes from hurting me. Disarming him suddenly became a matter of life and death. I tried not to show my relief when his sword finally hit the ground. So with this character here, this is Nuno Perez. You say, I could use more people like you, and then we hire him. I assume he's like a good knight, given he just beat us in a fight. But because we're wrathful, we'll gain stress if we do that. We'll get a 30+ opinion for mutual respect. Instead, we can say this peasant and my soldiers will get a lecture in honor, increasing our prestige and piety. Or I can say I strike him down where he stands, we'll gain some dread, and we'll kill him. So what do you think, Jinx?
I don't know, he kind of made this shit serious.
So what do you think we should give him? Let's just take a look at his
he
traits.
good?
I mean, we can't see his prowess. That's one of the problems with them not letting you open their character menu. He's not a great marshal. He'd be okay. I'm assuming he's got great prowess, though. But maybe not, though, because he doesn't have any prowess traits. He's got the brave, which gives you the +3 prowess.
But I guess if you kill him, nobody's going to want to play with you anymore.
Yeah, true. But we'll get some dread. What do you want to do, Jinx?
You know what I want to do.
You want to kill him? We are wrathful.
He took it there.
He took it there. We didn't ask for this.
No.
I mean, we only lived because he dropped his sword like a fool.
Silly.
Yeah. Disarming him suddenly became a matter of life and death. So Jinx wants to kill him, so he's dead. And he accepted our conditions as well. So we have a new knight.
Did he take off that silly crown?
Yeah, I assume he doesn't have the crown anymore, Jinx. So King Henry has lost a war in Flanders. So just take a look at what's going on here in France. Apparently he's not doing so well. Oh, probably because he's possessed.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
Oh no.
We had another son.
Another son.
Another son. So what should we name this one?
Oh Jesus.
Fernando after our
Jesus.
father? Yeah, Fernando would be our father's name. Pedro?
I like Pedro. That sounds nice and non-threatening.
All right, we'll go up Pedro then. All right, so our third son is Pedro.
He's gonna be a saint.
We're gonna bring him to the church. That's the plan, guys. We'll go ahead and sway our spy master one more time because she still doesn't really like us that much. Just looking at our kids here, see their age. So he's currently 5 years old. Our eldest daughter is 6. So I think it's 6 is when you can give them an education. So she's currently curious. And we can change that to instead be learning. Curious children. Now technically you can have them do anything. With the childhood traits, it makes them bad at one thing. So curious characters are not good at martial. And then good at 2 things. So that's diplomacy and learning for her. You can do the other ones, but then they're less likely to get the good education trait. So you typically just want to go with what they're good at. So in this case, learning or diplomacy. I'm going to do diplomacy, just leave her where she's at.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just leave her on diplomacy, guys. He has gotten his childhood trait, which is pensive, and that's great for if you want him going into the church, which I think makes sense for Sancho. He was born sickly, and God decided to let him live, and maybe we're going to dedicate him to the church. So maybe that's what we'll do with him. And then our youngest Pedro doesn't have his character trait just yet. Yeah. Little Pedro. I'm trying to close this.
He's already my favorite.
Just because he's the baby.
Little
Typical
baby
mom
Pedro.
here.
I just think his name is cute. Pedro the penguin.
I was thinking, I guess there is Pedro on the penguin. Oh, he won his war, by the way. Okay.
He beat the boy.
Mm-hmm. Yep, he beat the
Good
boy.
for you. So we're not at war anymore?
No, we're not at war anymore. What did he take? Seems like he just took like this one island or something.
It's my island.
Yeah, he took this one island. That's what the war was over.
He just wanted a vacation spot.
Yep, he wants to go to Ibiza.
I can't blame him for that.
Yeah, a whole war for an island makes sense. And this is the event for our spouse, the guard. You want to read it?
I am a little confused as to why my wife wants to present a grand gift to me in the courtyard. I soon understand. However, as Queen Agnes orders a group of soldiers into line, a complete regiment raised from my own lands, ready to serve you. This is a grand gift.
This is a grand gift. So, we can say more troops to bolster the army. That'd give us the private levy bonus here. So that's a plus 5% levy size. Or we can say this will serve as my personal bodyguard, giving us a modifier for 12 years to our prowess. Plus 2 to our prowess. You
know why she's given that to you, right?
Why, Jinx?
Because she doesn't want you to know how much she spent on that new crown of hers. She's like, look what I got you.
Well, this one's for 2 years. How much levies did this give us again? What percentage? It's a plus 5%. I don't know how many levies we're getting, but it's probably pretty helpful. I would just go with the prowess. You never know when we'll need it. I almost always put my prowess up, even though you like use it so rarely in the game. Like, how often do you have duels and stuff? I mean, certain characters may duel more often than others, but you don't typically use prowess all that much. Somebody converted from French. Count Robert.
In our place or somewhere else?
I assume it was in our place. I don't know who Count Robert is. He's not in here. We have a steward named Pedro.
And he hates us.
Yeah, wasn't Pedro from Napoleon? The show Napoleon movie? Pedro for president? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of when I think of Pedro. Looks like King Henry just lost another war.
He's not doing so
No. You know what? France rarely does well in this game under the AI. Yeah, they typically struggle. It's not EU4. You get the
blue blob.
The big blue blob. Yep. Stomping all over the place. Yeah, I want to do this Holy War, guys, but I don't want to do it for just a county. Unless we were to do it against this guy, I suppose, since he only has a county.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could pick on him, I suppose. Because you can't do any more than just the county, although we'd have to fight a big old army just to take a county. I'm not willing to do that. Yeah, I just don't want to have a dragged on conflict for a county. I want like the whole duchy. So yeah, we'll just wait. Wait until we get our faith up higher. And you know, that lets us get further in the game as well. We could always turn this up to like speed 5 to really start flying through it.
really start praying hard.
Oh my God. She's pregnant again, guys.
Woman.
She's pregnant again.
Control yourself.
That's what happens when you romance your spouse, when you guys love each other. It's just fucking
just
all
having babies
the time,
all day
guys.
long.
All the time. Can you imagine how many kids we would have if it wasn't for,
Oh my gosh.
contraceptive means?
Probably
20.
at least.
10. I don't know. A lot. We have 2 kids, by the way,
Tell
guys.
you not to look at me.
It'd be just too many damn children. We have 2 kids, but we would have a lot more. So I think we'll go ahead and work on somebody else. Oops, hit the wrong button there. I think her at plus 74 is fine.
Why
Pedro.
does your steward just hate you more and more?
Does he? Because I thought he was at 26 negative
Oh, I
before,
thought he was
negative
at
26.
20.
Maybe not. But yeah, let's go ahead and boost his opinion. Get him liking us here.
Is he the best guy?
For the job?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's a powerful vassal, though, so a powerful
We can
noble.
kill him.
We could kill him. Yep.
I mark him.
Is that the one you want dead, Jinx? Why? Just
Because he
because.
doesn't like us, and he's trying to rival your beard.
Okay, but one thing to think about, though, is
I
that.
don't think about things.
Okay, hold on. Let me just run something by you real quick.
Okay.
He's a powerful vassal, which means he needs a place on the court, and he has a pretty damn good stewardship.
Okay, fine.
So, yeah, I'm just.
But is he the best guy for the job?
He actually is. There is nobody, as far as powerful vassal goes, that has better stewardship. But I don't know about other characters. No, there's nobody better at this job, Jinx.
All right, fine.
You're wanting to take out
You can live, Pedro.
the best steward in our lands
Can we get a new steward?
just because you don't like his beard or whatever it
we
is.
go shopping at Stewart's R Us.
I'm sure we could. We could like
I feel like his name needs to be Stewart.
Stewart. You can't.
Stewart the steward.
Unfortunately, can't change his name. Your
You're the
name is
king.
Stewart now.
You can do whatever you want.
In the Royal Court expansion, that's out for PC.
Mm-hmm.
You can have all these different minor positions now. Like bodyguard and I don't know. You have like a court poet. You have a whole bunch of different positions. Antiquarian who maintains all the goodies in your court. But you can also have a court jester like in CK2. Yeah, it's a bummer we don't have court jesters yet. Because I know
Yeah.
Jinx would want one. That was something I really, really liked in CK2, and they had that. I loved having like big old huge monster bodyguards. We're going to get the Never Back Down, decreasing our fatal casualties and increasing our advantage. But yeah, I really like that in CK2, so I'm glad they added it to CK3. But I'm excited for when the console version gets all those patches.
Oh,
Another
God.
son. All right, guys. So we're getting at the point where we're going to have some difficulty not getting titles, lost that are going to go to our other sons. Because, with the renown, there's only so much we can do as far as disinheriting children. And, they often don't go to the church. We might be able to get one kid into the church. What should we name him?
Esteban?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
What is her gestation period like?
So Esteban is the youngest now, not Pedro anymore. We need to take a look at our kids because some of our kids need guardians. All right, so we'll go ahead and take a look at them in a minute. She can be arrested. Guess we don't really care about that. Just get rid of these. And yes, we are above our domain holding limit. I know, and I don't care. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at our children. We selected her education, but then didn't give her a guardian, so we should have done that when we selected her education.
So she's just running wild.
Yeah, basically. I assume we'd want our wife. Well, our wife would actually make a terrible guardian. Oh, no. So, the most important traits for guardianship, learning is the most important, like a general skill that you want. The higher learning, the better they are with that. And then also the skill that relates to the child's education. So in her case, diplomacy is the next best thing. And you see her diplomacy is really low.
Yeah.
And then also there's traits that help it, like if she's brilliant or whatever, she's a genius, that'll help the education out. So essentially she's a horrible person to basically train any kid, maybe a martial kid, but even that, she wouldn't even be the best person for that. In fact, I think we'd be much better. Yeah, we'd be much better for any martial child. So yeah, we want to find somebody else to take care of our daughter. Somebody who has a good... I guess we can look in our court here. You can get a bonus if you give it to opinion, if you give her to a vassal. So that might be the better way to do it.
Why do we have no women in our court?
There's a woman right there. There's another woman right there. Oh, that's our spy master. But...
yeah, don't give her to her.
So I'm looking for somebody with high diplomacy. I'm not seeing anybody who has like really high diplomacy.
Because your whole court is just a bunch of brutes.
Yeah, there's Bermudo, but I don't know if we want to give our daughter to that guy. Yeah, there's nobody with really high diplomacy here. We could try and send her to a court of one of our vassals.
Friend?
He's got good diplomacy. Has anybody else got better? You got Count Robert. Isn't he the one who just converted from French?
Yeah, I think so.
So there's Count Robert. I think Count Robert's the best. Right, so let's go and offer him... Where's our daughter at? Right here. And is... Oh, we haven't selected the target yet. We want to select him, of course. There we go. We don't want him to convert the culture. Send the proposal off. And now we need to deal with our own sons as well. So
there's too many of them.
Yeah, we got a bunch of kids now. So he's bossy. So he is old enough now, because he's 7, to get an education. So currently he's set to the stewardship. The other option for a bossy child would be marshal. What do you think, Jinx?
Probably stewardship.
Have him do stewardship also?
Seems to be something that's lacking in this family.
I just feel like because his name is Bear.
Okay, fine.
He should be marshal.
I mean, that's the one that I want. But
yeah, we'll do that. I know that we're currently playing as a martial character, guys, but remember, we're playing in Spain. So there's going to be a lot of war, I think. So yeah, we'll have him do the marshal. And I think we should educate him ourselves if we're not already yet. We aren't yet. So let's go ahead and have ourselves educate him. We've got a fantastic marshal, so it makes sense. Now, one reason why I like to educate my own children is also for the traits. You get all these events that determine the traits of your character. And so it's often a good idea to educate your heir. Though they might not get as good of an education. So we already know that he needs to go with the... whoa, Jesus. The learning education. Because Sancho, we're going to try and dedicate him to the church. See how well that works out.
He's a thinker.
Mm-hmm. And Pedro's not yet old enough. He hasn't even got his childhood trait yet. And he did accept. Excellent. So the count is taking care of our daughter. We can only take care of 2 kids at a time. So you kind of got to have like a preference. So I did forget to get a guardian for Sancho. So we could give him to our archbishop, since he's in the church and that's the route we want him to go. We could also just look and see who's all in our court and see if anybody would be better when it comes to the learning. So learning is super important for this education. Again, it's like doubly important. And you know what? There's really nobody in here that's any good. Just the archbishop, essentially. So that's who we'll give him to.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. Now, you'd think giving your character, your son, to the church would make him have better traits. But often that's not the case. So where is he? There's Sancho. Yeah, you'd think he'd have more like Christian like traits or whatever.
Well,
now, for whatever reason,
you are raised that way doesn't mean you act out.
But just based on game terms,
true.
The guardian's the one who picks the traits that the kid's gonna get, and so yeah, it makes sense that you would think they would they'd get better Christian traits.
We're just like pawning our children off on everyone.
You know what? It's realistic too, though. Often they would do that to like powerful vassals and stuff. Have your kid go to their court. So Pedro was swayed. I forgot we were even swaying him. Remember, he's our steward.
Okay.
So he's a +6. Yeah, we're getting his opinion up. Also, he's further increasing development here in the capital. We're up to 13, now 14. All right, so good job, Pedro. Infiltrators. It has come to my attention that some local commoners are moving to...
Valladolid.
Yeah, Valladolid.
Or Valladolid.
I think you're right. I think it's Valladolid, the capital of my steward, Count Pedro. Locals, newly settled or not, praising me can surely do no harm to his perception of me. So this is about trying to increase his opinion. We can spend 55 gold on that. We got all this gold. I didn't realize we had all this money.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I want to sway him, but not that much. So, let's...
He's like, yeah, you can sway me. Sway my pockets.
So let's build these men-at-arms up, guys. I've been meaning to do this for a while. The cav are so expensive. So let's increase them up. We'll also increase the archers. Get them up to level 5. And then get the pikemen as high as we can. And we might even be able to increase these guys up another level here. Although you can see that we don't have any money now. And we're not making any money. Because those men-at-arms are so damn expensive. So did you want to read this event, Jinx?
While studying the tactics of ancient generals, I was inspired when I learned about Constantine's victory at the Battle of Milvian Bridge. The night before the battle, Constantine dreamed that victory would be granted if he painted Chivro, a symbol of Christ, on his soldiers' shields. He did exactly that, and the next day he overran the forces of the usurper Maxentius, who fell into the Tiber River and drowned.
Yep, so the Battle of Milvian Bridge, was kind of like Constantine's big victory when he was trying to move from being just a mere... I think at that point he was an Augustus of the West. Maybe he was just a Caesar. But yeah, he was trying to be Augustus of the entire empire, which he eventually succeeded at doing, and uniting the empire under his rule, the West and East. But yeah, let's go with... And this is a trait for our character, a commander trait. So we can go with the Holy Warrior, which I feel like that'd be super useful since we've got all the Muslims on our border. And so this gives you a +10 advantage, which is huge.
Oh, that's nice.
For whenever you're fighting against somebody of a different faith. So I almost want to go with that right from the start. Instead, you can go with Forder, crossing rivers without penalties. We can instead go with the Flexible Leader, and that will remove any defensive advantages that the enemy gets. That's a pretty good one too. I kind of feel like because of where we're fighting,
Holy Warrior.
Yeah, the Wicked are no match for God's armies. So I think we're going to go with that one, guys. I think that fits just because we're in Spain here. We still have not gotten... I guess we're not getting a whole lot of piety. I didn't realize how little piety we're getting. You know what I should have built with that money? The church. I should have got that church over there.
Instead, you got Soldiers of Death.
Yeah, I got soldiers that I can't pay for. Yeah, we're broke right now, guys. All right.
Your wife's going to have to sell her crown.
I feel like you keep bringing that crown up. I feel like you're jelly of her crown.
I am jelly. Where's my crown?
I feel like we are going to have to go to war here.
I'm going to go buy one. Just for the series.
Just for the series and wear the crown. His ally's pretty weak right now. We could just attack this guy real quick. And then, I don't know, hopefully it'll be a quick conflict. You only have to take over just that. You just march into his territory.
Money?
Does he have any money?
Yeah, who's got money we can take?
He's got 164 gold, but we don't get his...
Take it.
We won't get his money, though.
Why don't you get his money?
That's not how it works.
I would just go around taking people's money.
If you imprison somebody in an exile, I believe you might get their money.
Well, then do that.
So there's also this guy, but he's more powerful now. Yeah. All right, and remember, we want the whole duchy here. So I think we're just going to pick on this little guy over here. I just bought this huge army. We got to pay for it. Oh, now the money's going back up. Oh, okay, I see what happened. So the reason why it was so low is because we were reinforcing. I thought that seemed incredibly expensive. Yeah, we were still reinforcing at the time, building the army up. And so that's the reason why. I see. So now we fully reinforce, and now we're making more money. Okay. And I think we'll let it our treasury build up a little bit. We do have an event about general gossip. The most popular topic of conversation in court is ever-changing, but one recent trend has been the discussion of my notable skill as a military commander and what the secret to my success is. I can use this natural curiosity to bolster my reputation, but first I must decide what to attribute my success to. So you can say I have natural talent that sets me above the rest, that gains us prestige. You can say my courage inspires my troops to stand and fight. Nobody can withstand my overwhelming ferocity. Or I'll do whatever it takes to emerge victorious, getting us prestige and dread. So these modifiers here, let's see what they get us. So that gets us +10 advantage when attacking. Well, this one here would instead give us -10% to friendly fatal casualties. I don't know. I like reducing the casualties. I do attack often, though, so it's nice getting that extra advantage when attacking. But this helps both on the defense and when attacking. So I think we're going to go with that. My courage inspires my troops to stand and fight. So we'll do that option.
Because you're a brave guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and declare war on this guy. Yeah, let's go and do that. We haven't had a war this episode, and I said we would.
And it's almost over.
And it's almost over. It should be a quick conflict, though. Alright, so it's going to be over his county. Of course, he only has the one county, so...
I mean, I guess we fought the peasants.
Yeah. I guess we fought... Was that this episode? Yeah, I guess we found that peasant, didn't we? We'll gain some devotion as well. Which is something I'm trying to do. I'm trying to increase our faith and devotion here.
Whoa, that's dramatic.
Yep. So we want to go ahead and move the rally point. Yeah, it's really loud.
It's still going.
Yep. Alright, so let's go ahead and raise up our troops. Jinx is like rocking out over here, guys. Alright, so his ally did join him. Not surprising.
I'm worried we're not going to win this. The music.
You don't think the music could be for us?
I don't know.
So stop gathering. We don't need them to gather. And then let's go ahead and just fling our troops on into it. This should be nice and easy. Really, we should split these up and disband some of them so we don't have to pay for them. But again, this war should be so quick that I'm not even worried about it. Did we already win? Did we capture them already?
We got somebody.
Yeah, we got somebody. It wasn't anybody important, apparently. Alright, so with the siege here, that's 4 months. Obviously, this is horrible strategy here, guys. You do not want to take 6,000 troops and put them in an area that can only feed 4,750. So you're taking more attrition than necessary, losing more troop numbers.
People are starving?
Yeah.
Well, get them out of there. Jeez.
I mean, you could.
They have rumbly tummies.
It doesn't matter. Once we win this, it's over, Jinx.
Yeah, but people died because they didn't have sandwiches.
True. Yeah, these are the
didn't
troops
pack
he
a
brought in.
lunch?
I didn't pack a big enough lunch.
Your wife
We
is
actually
terrible.
have plenty of food. The problem is they're eating too much food.
Oh, they're just having too good a time.
There's just too many dudes, Jinx. You know how many sandwiches?
apples right
5,732 dudes eat?
That's a lot of sandwiches.
It's a lot of sandwiches. Our hook expired on that guy who's in prison.
What does our prison even look like these days?
I don't know, honestly. I'll dismiss that. Let's take a look. I don't know if there's anybody in the prison. I thought we had cleared it out. Apparently not. Oh, these are the two we just recently captured. Okay. Well, he's an okay marshal, so we didn't let him go. This guy's got injured in that battle, apparently. Alright, we can go ahead and ransom him if he's got any money. Because we need money. To keep this war going, we're about to go into debt. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
We're ill. We're not even that old. Aren't we, like, really young? Oh, no, we're not. We're 51. I thought we were... I guess it is 1087.
Oh, shivering.
Alright, so we can send for the physician. Finally, we'll put her to use.
She's gonna die too, though.
Yeah, isn't she like 78 or something, like 75? She's like really old right now. So the ransom was accepted. We've also swayed Pedro again. We'll try one more time. And we just double check, make sure the percentage isn't too low. It's fine. Oh, okay, so she did die. Alright, yeah, I was going to say she would have to be incredibly old for her not to be dead. Although, you know, we could have just put somebody from our... there might have been somebody decent in here.
Why would they not tell you that your physician died?
They probably did, and we just missed it, Jinx. I think that's what happened. We don't really have anybody really good in here.
Just him?
Yeah. Oh, he's a philosopher.
He's honorable and forgiving.
I can make him our physician.
Yeah.
He'd have to learn how to be a doctor, but he's got the abilities. We'd have to demand his conversion as well. He's willing to do it. So yeah, let's make him our doctor. I'm sure he'll be fine.
I mean, didn't we get all kinds of medicine
former
stuff
enemy here?
from the Muslims?
Yeah, yeah. So we can also just hire one of these characters here, but we just got somebody who's really cheap. But we can take a look and see just how good these characters are here. I mean, as far as learning goes, this character is not as good, but he has the novice physician. trait, which you need the physician trait. It's really important to have. But the problem is that he's 105 gold that we don't have. So you'd have to go with the cheaper one, and she only has 11 learning, and I'd be willing to bet she doesn't have. No. She's lustful. She's a great hunter. She's pretty. All these things.
That are not good for
she's
an actual physician.
Yeah, she's probably not.
She's just going to dress up in a nurse outfit.
That's what really...
Like, where does it hurt, my liege?
That's the only reason why we're going to hire her. So, yeah, we're going to accept him as our doctor. So let's go ahead and appoint him. Now, we don't want to search for a physician. We need to find him in our court. And then appoint him as the doc. And, he'll learn the job eventually.
Yeah.
All right,
I'm sure he's not going to kill you.
Appoint his court physician. I mean, you said he was honorable.
Yeah.
I trust him.
He doesn't.
And he was way cheaper.
Hate you.
He was 10 gold to recruit him.
Yeah, that's a bargain.
So now we can get a treatment. The time has come to treat your cold. Oh, is it just a cold? Did we make that big old deal about a cold? Rush to find a doctor, let this guy out of prison. Any kind of money you want, just convert to Catholicism and you're good to go. And over a cold, huh?
Yes.
So he said a simple tincture would suffice. But the choice is yours. I could chop off an arm or hit you with a beehive if you want. All right, so yeah, we'll go with the safe treatment. I feel, I don't think we need anything really risky here for a cold. And it made us even worse.
Oh, no.
And we got a bad doc. I mean, he doesn't have the doctor trait. All right, so we unfortunately got a worse treatment.
Cow poop on you.
Did he? Did you want to read it for us, Jinx?
Yeah. When Ahmed entered my chambers, he was followed by an air most foul. The stench's origin was a jar in his hands. A mixture of cow's dung and herbs for your poultice, my lord. When Ahmed proceeded to smear it on my chest, I almost retched. In the end, the poultice did nothing to improve my state. In truth, I think I feel worse.
Wow. Really? Really?
This traitor deserves to die. How dare you rub poop on the king's chest? Only I do that.
Alright, so unfortunately... Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, there's...
You know what? Because when we got sick, we sent out an invite for more another doctor.
But we can't afford these
we
people.
Can't. Well, the other one's sick. She has something.
Yeah, she got like pox.
Yeah. Alright, so this should have won the war, hopefully, because I was planning for a quick conflict. There we go. Alright, it's a nice, quick conflict. We've taken Lisboa, which is the capital of Portugal today. We can go and disband our armies. But yeah, we actually have a good chunk of Portugal right now under the control of our kingdom. So Portugal's right about here, down to here. Well, Porto's in Portugal as well, so it's right here, down to here, I think. So yeah, we got most of Portugal under our control, just not the southern part here. So yeah, we've gotten the future capital of Portugal. As far as the development goes, it's actually a pretty high development, so we might want to give something else away. I don't know, maybe this one. I was planning on keeping that since we're the duchy here, or the duke here. But yeah, this one's not bad. Let's see if it's got any special buildings besides the duchy building. It doesn't. Yeah, nothing else here. But you see it does have a very high level keep here. And he's also built a harbor there and some pastures. He's got some buildings constructed there.
Nice place.
Yeah. So we've increased our realm. We'll have to give out a title next episode because unfortunately this one is over. See if there's any decisions or anything we need to be aware of. Nope. Good to go. As far as the prison, I don't know if we've got anybody. Just her. We arrested her in that war. So we'll see if...
Is she a doctor?
He'll ransom her. She would be okay. Her learning is 12. But again, the doctor trait's really the most important thing to have for the doctor. You know, that they actually have some medical skills. Yeah. Not willing to ransom. Okay. So we'll probably just demand her conversion.
She's a villain.
Oh, she won't convert. She's faithful.
She's a zealous villain.
Yep, I think she is, isn't she? So yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, she's zealous, so she's not going to.
Sadistic.
I don't know what we'd do with her then. Get a hook, I suppose, but yeah, unfortunately, that is going to have to be the end of today's episode. Hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to our channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. Do hope to see you guys on the next episode where hopefully You know what? We should be able to do it now, actually. Let me just double check here. But yeah, I think we just got, from that war, actually, the ability to declare war for a duchy. So yeah, that's what we'll be doing, guys. We'll declare war over his one duchy here, gaining control of all the counties he has here. So yeah, I think that's what we'll do next episode. We're going to take all this over. Another important aspect to getting this is so that Barcelona doesn't get it first. I think this will be a little bit more challenging war than some of the ones we fought so far. Yeah, it looks like he's going to have like 2,000 something dudes, but still should be a relatively easy conflict. So yeah, we'll do that next episode, and thanks for watching.